Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Blonde Mordecai or Max. We're gonna be doing a quick review of Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Um, what to say about this game? I actually think there's quite a bit to say, contrary to what some other people would think. And I'm also making this video for people who haven't seen it yet or played it yet. Like a lot of, like you would make a review for, this game is a prequel to GTA 3 and is actually set, I believe, 3 years before um, GTA 3, 2001, 2009. Yeah, 1998, this game takes place, and GTA 3 takes place in 2001. And this game follows the escapades and kind of the rise of the Leone family. And they're already pretty big in the game because their big rival family, the Forellis, who they're more present in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, but they're more. It's hard to say. They're enemies in this game, but you in Vice City are a part or were a part of the Forelli family until you turn on them. Spoilers for a fucking 20-something-year-old game, if you really care that much. But yeah, you in this game are Tony Cipriani. Tony Cipriani is a character in Grand Theft Auto 3. He is a kind of lieutenant figure for the Leone family, however you say it, Leone, I think. Um, yeah, and this is like before, and it kind of follows Tony Cipriani before he gets made. In this game, it does see you get made, but it sees you before that when you just get back. I believe you had to do a hit on a, a rival mafioso for Salvatore Leone. So you are sent away from Liberty City for a couple of years, I believe, and then you have to come back to Liberty City after like however much amount of time, and you're quickly paired up with this guy named Vincenzo, who doesn't like you. He's a fucking asshole, and he's jealous of you. Like he doesn't like that you're kind of Salvatore's guy, and he isn't, despite also being like a high up guy in the Leone family. So I will try to keep the game spoiler free. Um, yeah, the game is much improved over Grand Theft Auto 3, in my personal opinion, due to the fact that there's actually motorcycles in this game. And that's the thing about Grand Theft Auto 3, if you haven't played that. It's so old, because it came out in 2001, that there aren't even motorcycles programmed in the game. And I believe that the lore reason that the programmers put into the game is because motorcycles are actually banned in Liberty City, and the and you also can't swim in this game or GTA 3. And the reason you can't swim in this game, despite this game came out in 2005, so Grand Theft Auto already had water like programmed in the game. You could swim in San Andreas, and you could also swim in Vice City Stories, which I will cover in another video. And the reason you can't swim is because like there's actually like the water in this version of Liberty City is toxic, but not in GTA 4, because GTA 4 and 5 And all of these games are different universes, just for the unaware, just in case you didn't know that. I'm sure a lot of you watching did know that. Um, but yeah, this game is in the same universe as all of those games, obviously. Some other things it does well over Grand Theft Auto is there's a lot more like jobs and stuff now. You can deliver pizza, you can deliver noodles, and those are like pretty fun, like little mini games. And that's kind of the thing, but that's like the thing I like about Grand Theft Auto is that there's like there's all these small things that you can do, and I feel like when people talk about this game, they leave out a lot of the side content. They kind of act like it doesn't exist, and they make out like the game is more empty than it is. And I think there's a good amount of side content in this game to make it like a really good like 3D old school Liberty City experience. There's also some other unique side stuff in the game. One super notable one is Slash TV, where you dress up as like a killer, like a slasher villain, and you go fucking kill people in this warehouse. That also have weapons, and it's actually pretty fun. It's a little janky, I will say that, but it really stood out to me, and it was fun. There's also all the old school submissions, vigilante, the paramedic, the taxi missions. There's racing as well. So the game does have a good amount of things for you to do in it. There's also like a Rambulance mini game where you can, no, it's a fire truck. I think it's a fire truck. You have a fire truck and you just run people over with it. And you rack up points doing that. That's another really fun mini game that's in this that a lot of people don't really talk about. So yeah, I think this game's actually really underrated if you ask me. And the version I got, I don't know if you can make it out. If it'll focus. Focus. It says Hollywood Video on it. If you can't tell, it's from Hollywood Video, which was like a Blockbuster clone from back in the day. That's how old this copy is. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Just when I saw it, I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of like a retro feel, I guess. The story in this game is it's a mixed bag. I will say that there's a lot of cool ideas, but it feels very disjointed. I will say that like a lot of the villains in the game are kind of like disconnected, and the general pacing of the game is sort of all over the place. Like one day you're fighting Sicilians, and then another day you're picking a fight with the mayor, and then another day you're picking a fight with another person who I can't give away because it would spoil a part of the game. But yeah, I want you to play this game, so I don't want it to be spoiled. You can't fly helicopters or airplanes in this game, which does suck. I do agree with that. That does suck. But you couldn't fly helicopters or planes in Grand Theft Auto 3 either, and I'm sure a lot of like the top skyscrapers didn't really have textures on the rooftops, and they didn't want to implement that into the game just because like they're lazy and stuff. Shit. I'm gonna leave that in because fuck you. But overall, the vibe of the game is really good, actually. I will say that. Some people might not like the vibe of the game, but I quite do. Just because it's like one of the few GTA games where like you're a real deal like mafioso, or basically the only one like that. And I will say that does have some drawbacks for example, like you're kind of a bitch to Salvatore, you know, and that is a lot of people, me myself included, main problem with the game is that you're kind of a bitch to Salvatore, man. You don't really do anything outside of what he wants you to do. The people you help outside of him are like contacts through him. Um, yeah, and there's like some other wacky stuff in the story that I like. I like the fact that your mom is fucking crazy. Like Tony Cipriani's mom is actually worse than Trevor Phillips' mom from Grand Theft Auto 5, because she actually wants him to like join the mob and stuff, and she actually puts out a hit on Tony Cipriani when he's not doing a good enough job at one point in the game. Spoilers, but that's just to tell you how fucking crazy this this fucking mom character is, and how crazy this game gets sometimes. Um, you kill a guy, um, like in a really brutal way, because of your mom, and you just do a lot of fucked up stuff. Like Tony Cipriani is one of the more evil GTA characters. In my personal opinion, because you know he like lures innocent people to like to like this like fucking slaughterhouse and he kills them. Like that's fucking cold, and he doesn't really care. He just kind of does whatever. You know, he in the game there's actually like a fake pastor or priest or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the right word is because I'm not personally religious. So if you are, that's fine. There's a fake guy like that who you don't know he's fake, but you find out later on. So another spoiler. So warning, spoilers. Sorry, but yeah, but that's really cool. Like he makes you like kill actors for taking stories that aren't with like reporters. It and That's something I won't give away. So there's some spoilers, but I won't spoil the entire game. So there you go. It's like a mixed. I'm giving you kind of a mixed bag of spoilers. And the game story overall, good. Mixed bag, but good, and it's kind of a brutal story too. I will say that there's a lot of grittiness to it. Like you work with crooked cops and shit, and that's always a cool thing in GTA. It always makes it feel a little more edgy. Working with crooked cops, working with government officials. That's always a GTA staple, in my opinion. Is it really a GTA game if you're not doing that? There's fucking cannibalism. You know, you abduct guys for a character that's in GTA 3, and you fucking eats them, man. And there's corruptiveness where you try to get a guy elected, um, and you kill the mayor. You do a bunch of crazy shit in this game. So for anyone saying it's not memorable, I just disagree. There's a lot of memorable things about this game, and it's pretty underrated. Um, so my big downsides with it is like you still can't swim. I know there's a lore reason, but that still sucks. Um, Tony Cipriani, he's kind of a bitch, but he's still a good character in my opinion. But he is still just like, you know, doing stuff for Salvatore. He's not really his own guy. You can't really run your own businesses in this game like you can in other GTAs. So that's kind of another flaw. Like there's not enough independence, in my personal opinion. There's not enough good ways to become super rich and make a lot of money. Is another one of my big problems with the game. And I will say, kind of my problems with both of the stories games is that there are a lot of missions where you're kind of rushed into these like spaces where you just get shot a bunch and you take a bunch of damage really fast. But those are my problems with both Stories games. Do I like it as much or more than Vice City Stories? Stay tuned, because I'm actually going to be making a video comparing both of them and doing kind of a fun versus type thing. And I'm also going to be reviewing Vice City Stories in the future. So look out for that, doing a quick review. I might do more in-depth, long-form edited reviews of all these games and get more into it later. But I just want to make some GTA content for you guys and tide you over until the next episode of my Let's Play comes out, which should be coming out pretty soon. So yeah, GTA Liberty City Stories, 8 out of 10. Check it out.